If you've ever noticed that no matter how much you achieve, receive, or experience, there's still something in you that just wants more. A better relationship, more money, more success, more connection. And even when you get that thing, the feeling doesn't last. So here's the question. What if the problem isn't actually your desire, but how you're relating to it? David, William, Pearce. And this week in my tantric studies, I came across a perspective that completely reframes desire. Not as something to control, not as something to suppress, but as something fundamentally God, divine, universal. And if you've ever felt caught between wanting more and wondering why, no matter how many tastes you indulge in, you never quite fully feel satisfied, then this video may just change things for you. In Tantra, desire itself is not considered a problem. Desire is not something to transcend. It's an expression of consciousness. It is still just God at play. The challenge is not desire, but the view that we hold towards it. Ordinary desire becomes binding because it reinforces a subtle belief that something outside of you is needed to complete you, for you to feel complete, that you are separate from what you want, that you're not already whole. And from that place, desire becomes grasping, and we can end up chasing, but never feeling fully satiated. And it shows up like this. You want something, a partner, a result, an experience, anything, and underneath that desire is an assumption. It is something that says, when I get this, I'll feel complete. But when you actually get it, the feeling fades. And the desire moves somewhere else, not because desire is wrong, but because it was pointing to something somewhere deeper all along. Tantra invites a different approach. Instead of following desire outward, to instead trace it inward. To ask yourself, what is it I'm actually seeking through this thing, through this person, through this experience? Not the object, but the feeling you believe that thing will give you. And if you keep tracing that deeper, Tantra says you eventually arrive at something fundamental, that all desire is ultimately the desire for the fullness of being. All longing is longing for wholeness, or as Harish writes in his book Tantra Illuminated, all longing is longing for God. And here's where the shift happens. That fullness you're seeking is not found through accumulation of external objects or good experiences. It's not something you add, because it's already your natural state. So desire becomes a vehicle for liberation when, instead of chasing the object, you allow the intensity of that desire to reveal the deeper truth behind it. From this place, something changes. A different kind of desire can begin to emerge. Not a desire that grasps, but a desire that gives. Desire that flows from you. Not seeking to get, but expressing what already is. That is what Harish points to as pure desire, a natural movement of your being into the world. Not because you need something, but because you get to express and share that part of yourself. Desire then becomes an act of expression rather than acquisition. So instead of asking, what do I want? You might begin by asking, what is this desire really pointing me toward? Or even more simply, what is the feeling I believe this will give me? And then, can that be accessed now? Because the truth is it can. You are the master of your own nervous system. And when you can clearly articulate desire, your relationship changes. This is the work of Joe Dispenza. It's envision yourself in the emotion, in the state of having achieved the thing that you're striving towards. I'm reading Think and Grow Rich right now, and the similar thing is expressed. And David Bayer speaks of this, Tony Robbins speaks into this with state as well. You have the ability to tap into that. And the way I see it is it then becomes an effective bridge. This emotional bridge that spans space-time, where if you can embody the state and emotion of what it is you're striving towards, then the path to get there reveals itself because you're abiding in that space, in that state, in that emotion, in that being. So I'll leave you with this. Where in your life are you chasing something, believing that it will complete you? And what happens if you press pause and feel what that desire is really pointing to? And if you're open to it, an invitation to let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what desires are driving you right now. If you'd like to integrate this more deeply, I've included a short quiz in the description to help you explore your relationship with desire through a tantric lens. It's the studies that I've been exploring this week condensed into 10 questions. And it takes a few minutes to do. It's multiple choice, very easy to digest and absorb and support in understanding this teaching better. And if you'd like the answers, you can get them for free. Just simply follow the link in the description. And if you find yourself repeating patterns in your relationships, and you're ready for healthy relating, articulate relating is a framework that reveals the pattern hiding behind your reactions so that they become choices instead of something unconscious. There's a free diagnostic tool that you can find linked in the description that can help you take the first steps. And if you'd like to go deeper, I work one-on-one, online and in person with people wanting to collapse timelines and stop looping through relationship patterns and instead spiral into success. And for couples, Tiffany and I offer guided contact massage journeys if you're in Mexico City, or if we're in the same place, depending on when you're watching this. It's a 3-hour immersive experience that delves into communication beyond language, presence, and deepening of intimacy through touch and connection. If you're serious about relational mastery, the Sexpress Institute of Intimacy is where all this work lives. So please feel invited to explore and to reach out. We have an immersion coming soon where we're going to explore tantric intimacy with life. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe you'll see you there. So remember, desire isn't the problem. Misunderstanding it is. And when you see clearly, even longing becomes a path to liberation. Thank you for joining. See you in the next transmission.